Roger that, tower. Descend and maintain a heading of 190 at 20,000.
I don't even look like a pilot. But you know, this here thing, if you know what this is, you already know what I'm going to say about it. It's not a lot of fun. And if you're thinking about like being having a pretend with your granddaughter or something like that, you could pretend you're a pilot in the Air Force or something, but you're not. This is my CPAP mask. Why am I laughing? Because I look stupid wearing it. But that's not the point. The whole point is, when you need this, you need it. And everything you can do to help yourself use it is good. I have had one for years, and quite frankly, it gets in the way of my life sometimes, and it's not all that comfortable. But beyond that, I always worry about, is it really clean, you know? Okay, so this part here, this is the hose. One end goes to the mask, the other end goes to the machine. And I left it in the bedroom, so don't worry about it. But trying to clean this, it's a real pain. Honest to goodness. Just getting it submerged in a tub of water, and then of course you've got to put some soap in it, and then you got to soak it for a while, and then you got to rinse it out, and do you get all the soap out of it? And anyway, you get the idea. It's not that easy. And then the mask itself, you got this other part, you know, it comes apart. I'm not going to do a whole demonstration. I'm just going to tell you that I found something that really helps. It's this little guy here. It's called SolidCLEANER. You know, who came up with the name, I don't know, but you know what? It works for me. These folks, you know, if you're on the internet, eventually somebody's going to ask you to try something out. Okay, I will try it as long as what I say about it is what I want to say and not what you know. So they said, that's fine. We'd like you to hear, you know, like hear an honest opinion. So I did try it out. And you know what? I like it. There's some things about it I love. But it's the smell. After I use it, the smell is great. There's an approaching thunderstorm. That's the smell you get because you have the lightning strikes, that's creating ozone in the air. This little guy here creates ozone, which just happens to kill bacteria and stuff like that. It kills bad bugs you don't like. Now, you don't want to be sucking on it or anything, but I'm just saying it's a good thing, and it really works. It's so easy. This little machine, that's how big it is, you know, and then it's got a little adapter if you need it, and you have to plug it in to charge it, but then you don't have to buy batteries all the time, which is something I'm not really fond of, and I love these little USB devices. I mean, this charges on a USB device. It's a little 5-volt deal, just like everything else seems to be doing these days. That's a plus. It's convenient. If I go on a trip, like last year I went to a little cruise, okay, so I took my CPAP along. Well, if I'd had this, that would have been great. I would have loved it. Because quite frankly, for the cruise, during the cruise, I should have been disinfecting. I wasn't. But this, here's how easy it works. I'll hook this back up together. And then they give you this little travel bag. Oh, but it actually has a dual purpose. You put your whole mask in the travel bag. Let's see if I can do it. The word coordinated was not given to me as a descriptor as a child, and you can tell why. So anyway, so what you do is you put your whole mask in there, and you leave it tucked out here. Then you take the solid one, and this goes on here. And all you have to do is hold this button down for 2 minutes, or 2 seconds, and it starts to create the ozone. And the ozone is what cleans the system. Now, it's not taking a scrub brush, but chemically, That's what it's doing. It's getting into every nook and cranny, all the places where bacteria could grow, and it's giving them a bath that they don't like. Off with their heads, you know. And there's got a little device here, a little adapter, if you want to run it the other way back into your CPAP machine itself. And you can also do that. Now I have one small drawback, is the way my machine heads up is that this little part didn't fit my machine precisely, so I had to take a little piece of tape and put around the two parts, put them together. And that's the only drawback I saw. Otherwise, this is like, it's like falling off a log. that's what we used to call it as a kid. This is the box it came in. SolidCLEANER. And you know, I'm really happy with this product. I have to say, they did send it to me to try. So, okay, you could say, well, they gave you something, and they did. But you know what? They gave me something that's really valuable, because it makes my life easier and it makes my life safer. And it encourages me to use my CPAP more. Isn't that something? Anyway, this goes for, I think, 20 minutes, whatever, 30 minutes. After a certain point, it cuts off the creation of ozone, which I can smell right now. Of course, you can't, because this is video. But then it blows clean air just for another 10 minutes or so. And then after that, you just let it air out if you want to. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say I want to air it out because I like the smell. But in case you don't like the smell, you know, you can just let it air out for a while afterwards. So when you're done with it, you know, sleep in through the night, hook this up, plug it in. Oh, no, you don't plug it in. You just push the button for 2 seconds, and the job is done. Of course, you're going to want to soak clean it once in a while, I suppose. Whatever, you know, it might be a good thing. I'm not saying don't ever use that, but you don't really need to do it as often as you did in the past. And this just makes it so I can just get up and walk away and go on with my day. And it's that easy, honestly. Oh, well, they didn't say that I couldn't talk about it, but you know what? This actually could do more things around the house. If you had a little, I say a little pantry, a little closet, or some little room that wasn't smelling so good after a while, you could just let some ozone loose in it, make it smell better. But that is not what I'm supposed to say. I'm supposed to tell you the truth, and that's the truth. I recommend SolidCLEANER, and if you use a CPAP, I think you'll understand why. Thanks for listening. I'm Richard Lund. I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey to live a healthy 100 years. Thank you for listening.